I'm Rick.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Jeff.
And Jeff, this is for you.
Oh, this is my one?
This one's yours.
Oh,
you
all right.
Dumb shit.
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome to the show.
Jeffrey's show.
Coming to you live from the Century 21 Studios.
A little heads up to all of us would have been good, Rick.
All right.
And we're back.
Oh, my Lord.
All right.
All right, well, what's
You
today?
know-
if you
Can you
even
handle
know.
this?
Do you have it?
You want to just talk? We could just talk.
Hey, buddy.
Hey. All right, what do you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. Do a show, man.
just do your fucking show.
All right. This is
What is this?
a new, well, not new. I don't know how new it is, but it's a fairly interesting conspiracy that's going around now.
Which one? Jeez.
It's about the Tartarian Empire.
Tartary.
Have you ever heard of it?
Is that from Star Wars?
Yeah, what the fuck did you just
No,
say?
that's Tatooine.
Well, it's kind of close.
That's, yeah, you got me. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a completely made up whole thing.
What? Why did you lead with that? Tell us that.
Yeah, what?
Just fucking ruined
All
that.
right, well, you
No
decide
suspense
Maybe
in
he's
this
wrong.
one.
Maybe he's
Jesus.
wrong and it's real.
I'm hoping that we got to hear it, I guess.
decide for yourselves.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do with you.
All right.
Listen to you.
Go ahead, bring us in.
So Tartary is
Whoa, we don't say that anymore. You do know that, right? That's not politically correct.
listen.
All right, well, all right.
You know what's funny is that it was a slur.
Tartary.
Tartar. Yeah. You'll
That's like
find
on
out
your
later
teeth, right?
Huh?
Tartar's on your teeth.
Yeah. Well, there's steak tartar. There's
Tartar. There's a lot of tar.
Yeah, there's a lot of tar.
We're going to get to the bottom of it. That's what the fuck we're here for.
Yeah. So Tartary was a blanket
That's
term.
when Jeff don't know when the show starts. That's Tartary.
That is
All right.
That
That's
is
a
it.
good
I
one.
think that's
That's a
it.
good
Yeah.
Nicely played, Rick.
Yeah. Touche.
All right, so Tartary is a blanket term used in Western European literature and cartography for vast parts of Asia bounded by the Caspian Sea, the Ural Mountains, and the Pacific Ocean, and the northern borders of China, India, and Persia, at a time when this region was largely unknown to European geographers.
I still don't know where that is. I know you mapped that out pretty good. Can
All
you
right.
just tell me, like,
It's a big-ass giant chunk of, like, Asia and Russia.
okay.
There we
Right
go.
on the border there. That,
We're in that area.
It goes
Okay.
up to like Siberia, out to the Pacific Ocean, over to the Ural Mountains. It's like giant. It's a huge.
do you,
area.
like, know maps? Like, could you picture all that in your head right now?
Yeah, that part I could.
I can't. Like,
Can you?
I know Asia. I know Russia.
Yeah.
I know where they are. But when you start talking about some mountains and some oceans, and, like, what was
Yeah.
the other thing you said?
You don't know where oceans are.
I don't know where the Pacific Ocean comes in to Asia. I don't know. That's out in California.
It's honest. It's honest of you.
Right, it's California.
And then it
What,
goes
all right,
over
now if
to-
you take a boat west, what do you hit?
I mean, you're going to hit Russia
Russia, and then further down.
if you want. Like, if you banged a left, you would hit Australia.
Whoa.
You know?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, so you really don't know maps.
That's not right.
All right, you got to go all the way to the bottom of the damn earth to get
The
to
other way.
Australia.
Yeah, but if you banged a left in the Pacific on your way to
If
Russia,
You would-
well,
Yeah.
Russia's like 50 miles away from Alaska.
yeah.
So there's no bang a left and go straight down. You end up on like Hawaii.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but no, if you go along the coast, if you went up to Alaska and it was frozen like back in the day and you crossed the Bering Land Bridge, you'd get into Russia. Then as you went down, you'd get into like China,
Gotcha.
all Japan.
Japan,
you'd get
right?
to- yeah, all the down the coast there. Then eventually you would get to Africa. Then you would get to Australia.
Then
way,
you're there.
way at the
I
bottom.
just wanted the
Hard,
final
hard
destination.
left,
Yeah. I didn't think it was right there. Come on.
You said you just bust the left and fucking.
Yeah, you bust a
Hello,
left.
mate.
Go to Anchorage, Alaska, bust a left.
Yeah.
Yeah, you find Steve Irwin.
Yeah, there he is, buddy. His rest in place.
But
Please.
so anyway, yeah. So this was like
Yeah. So what is this?
like from the 13th to 19th century. People in Europe just called this unknown place that they didn't know what the hell it was. They called it Tartar or Tartary.
That's
So,
where you're from,
yeah.
Island of Tartar.
Josh.
Yeah.
Josh.
So
Dude, why
Stop
name
it.
it that?
Stop it, Josh.
so and it was
Hey,
actually
I'm not going there. You are. I'm just saying it's a weird name to have.
This is where
sometimes you're from the island of Tartar. I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, I'm very Tartarian.
Sorry. Let's stop playing with that one.
Yeah, you're gonna get in trouble at some point.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna mess up. And so anyway, this is where the slang, the like slur comes in, because the people from there that would visit Central Europe
Are they slow? I'm sorry.
Whoa, buddy.
Okay. All right, stop.
You're getting into that area.
Go ahead.
All right. What'd you do during the break?
Mm.
Jesus.
Go ahead.
They had names for themselves,
All
but
right,
the
go.
people insisted on calling them Tartars.
I can't stop.
Wow.
And
Who
it
picked
and
this?
it became
Who
like
picked
a
this
slur.
topic this week? Who picked this is yours, right?
Yeah.
Did they come ashore and like not know how to like barter and not count money or something? Why did they get does the bad thing that we're not supposed to say, that's a derivative from this?
No.
I thought that's what you were trying to say.
No. What are you talking about?
See, man,
I thought
his
that's how
mind
that
goes
came
to these
about.
places.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they weren't calling them names. They were just, they called them Tartar, and they didn't want to be called Tartar.
Tartar.
Yeah. Nobody does. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I
said even in
thought
these
that was a
times.
derivative. Like they came on board and were like,
I don't think they had that word back then.
Oh, jeez.
that was just everybody.
No, they just didn't have that word. They called
Yeah.
them like imbeciles and
Right.
Okay.
yeah. That's a newer
Yeah,
word.
moron.
Yeah.
I feel, can you still call somebody an imbecile? You can.
Yeah. Why can you call them that? You can't call them that.
It's just friendlier. Rolls off the tongue a little nicer, I guess.
You can call moron used to be an actual
Yeah.
medical designation of
Moron.
Like there were different levels.
Yeah. It's how you said it.
Yeah.
Really?
There's
So,
like idiot, moron, imbecile.
I feel like idiot's like the best one. Like sometimes you make mistakes, you're an idiot.
yeah.
And then moron's just like, come on, bro. Like you can't do nothing right.
Imbecile
Imbecile
was like
like
that. They used to call them imbecile asylums.
What do you mean?
Like they thought they were like insane people. They
imbecile
would,
asylum.
yeah.
Is that when
Okay.
they were doing the lobotomies and all that?
I don't know. Whatever. Whenever
They were doing
I don't know,
their
it was like
thing.
an English. Like they called it an imbecile asylum.
Oh, okay.
just put the dumb people.
I feel like,
They would not be around today.
I feel like Jeff would be
That's
there
for
after
sure.
the way he opened the podcast. We have to send him to the imbecile asylum.
Yeah.
It's just like a classier way of
Yeah, right.
saying the nut house.
Well,
I'm gonna start threatening my son.
all right. So tell us about the land of Tartar.
You're gonna send them- you're gonna send them to
You're
the
off to the imbecile asylum, brother.
Keep it up. Keep it up. What's wrong with us?
There you go.
All right, go. Get back to Tartar.
Okay.
The island of Tartar, right? Is that it? Correct? Am I saying it
No,
right?
it's not an island. It's a
Oh.
huge
Oh, right,
portion
right.
of two
You
continents.
fucking imbecile.
I,
So ignorance.
where do you go from that? Like, how do you get back into it? Good.
Ignorance surrounding Tartary's use as a place named what?
He's going to the asylum, bro. Ship him off.
He stopped that and tried to what? You wrote it.
No, right now he's just an imbecile. I think. Right? No, what's the least one? Is that it? Imbecile?
Moron? Did we go with
No,
Moran?
I think it's imbecile.
Idiot.
Idiot. Okay.
So right now you're just an idiot. But keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
All right. Ignorance surrounding Tartary's use as a place name has spawned conspiracy theories, including ideas of a hidden past and mud floods.
Oh, shit.
Josh is going to like the mud floods because he loves
What's-
he loves giants and shit.
Shit. Oh, it's tied to that?
Oh, there's giants in here.
Oh, let's go. Give it to me.
Such theories assert that Tartary was a lost civilization with advanced technology and culture. This ignores the well-documented history of Asia, which Tartary refers to. In the present day, the Tartary region spans from central Afghanistan to northern Kazakhstan, as well as areas of present Mongolia, China, Russia, Far East, and Chinese Tartary. So it's like the area that is supposed to be Tartary has changed over the centuries, but
Okay.
it's still all.
But originally
basically-
was this
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
It's like big parts of China and Russia, basically,
Okay.
with Mongolia and stuff involved.
But
What's
they
their
were- some of the
evidence of
Middle
proving
East.
this?
Hmm?
What's their evidence with all this?
Well, I mean, there's not really any evidence.
It's just
Well,
what he's saying
no,
shit,
there
or-
are maps from back in the 13th century that depict Tartary, but that's just because they didn't know what it was.
Okay.
They hadn't explored there. They hadn't made contact with those people, so they just called it
Whatever they
Tartary, yeah.
fucking
Right.
felt
Were
like.
they giants? Is that what you're saying? They're giants?
Who, the Tartary?
Yeah, well, he
Yeah.
said mudfloods or something.
Yeah, well, there's all kind of... Wait, we'll get in all
Okay.
that
Okay.
stuff.
Oh, hey, we're jumping the gun. Look at you.
Yeah.
You jerk off.
So,
I'm an idiot.
Man, that was an idiot.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's all right, buddy.
So we got... There's, like, different conspiracies that lead out of the Tartary. So people found these old maps, and they're like, whoa, what's this Tartar place?
Right.
Why don't we learn about that in school? So then they just start making up whole things about it.
Oh,
in
what
their
this
head.
was. and
So
everything.
yeah, so that play clip one there. Rick.
got a clip?
You'll hear something here.
Let's go.
And I'll describe it.
Oh my days.
This is real?
When you think you've seen it all, you ain't seen nothing yet. So all this time, we've only been touching the surface. You thought the pyramids was big. Well, guess what? They're even bigger. Even in the movie Dusk Till Dawn, they tried to show us. But I guess we couldn't see it. The eyes are useless when the mind is blind.
All right, so that guy's super popular on TikTok.
He's easy to listen to. I like his accent.
Yeah,
He's cool.
you got cool,
You were.
yeah.
I seen you dozing off though, bro.
Oh, yeah. It's soothing.
But he's got, like, in that TikTok, he's got a picture. Somebody sketched a picture of the tops of the three pyramids, and then like a cutaway of what would be under the pyramids, and it's just that the tops of the pyramids, that the actual pyramids we see would be like the top of the Washington Monument, and that the whole structure actually extends like miles down into the earth.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
To where that's just kind of the roof.
Right, like
Yeah.
the pyramid we see, the giant fucking massive Giza pyramid that we see is really just the capstone of a much larger giant obelisk that's extending down into the earth.
But wouldn't we have found that? Like, wouldn't we have?
Well, no, they don't want to dig it up because then you'll know.
No, what?
You'll know about the giants that built them
Oh shit!
because the mud.
So
flood
now that
happened.
we're past the alien theory of the fucking
Yeah.
building the pyramids. Now it's giants.
now
that
it's
did it.
giants
Now it's
and-
giants. Okay.
and the massive scale. Like, imagine how big the pyramids are,
Right.
and then if you see this picture, that it's like just a tiny little
Speck.
triangle on top
Yeah.
of a giant fucking thing.
How does this tie into the Tartars?
Well, this is because not so long ago, like in the 19th century, there was supposedly a worldwide flood, like the flood of Noah, that took civilization down to almost zero. And it flooded the world, and mud covered everything. So, like in the desert, of course, it would be sand. But
Right.
this flood redistributed dirt, sediment all over the earth. And what we see now is just what we've dug up.
So there's much more to
So,
go.
like, the ancient Egyptians they can never give them credit for those pyramids.
yeah, why?
Really, those pyramids were there, and we just dug them out. All right, so that's part of it. So what they use as examples of this is that you'll see buildings, like here in the United States, that have where they've built up since the beginning of they built a building 200 years ago.
Right.
And then, progress happened and they needed to raise the street levels. So half of the first floor is at ground level. So you'll see like doors and windows. Play clip 2 there, Rick.
We got more clips for you.
Well, looky here, huh? We got some of them windows that would be buried. Right friggin' there. Oh, and a door that's buried way underground. Or maybe a window. Oops. Down pretty deep. So yeah, that window would be buried. It's like, look at that's street level over there, so look at how far down it goes. So that.
So was that?
So that's a guy walking around a building that looks like it was built like in the 1920s or 30s. And he swears this thing is, I don't know, some sort of ancient architecture from a lost civilization. It's a shitty warehouse.
Okay.
But what happened was the ground around it, the neighborhood around it, it's basically gentrification. Like the neighborhood around that building
Right.
was, expanded or whatever, and they raised the levels of the streets and all. And some of those old buildings, they just built up to a certain point and used like the first floor as a foundation.
Okay.
So
there will
and
be
if
windows and
if
shit
there's
like
a
this.
slant there or a slight slope, you'll see the top of the arch of the window or the
Okay.
whatever.
So it looks
was.
weird.
Yeah, it looks weird. Yeah, and
Right.
you can see it here. All Saints Church in our neighborhood.
Right.
If you walk alongside it, you can see down 15 feet, and there's a whole layer of windows there. But that's just because there's a giant basement down there, and those
Right.
windows are looking out. And the streets have been raised since that church was first built in 1893 or whatever.
Right. So they just use that first floor, like you're saying,
Right.
as a foundation. So there'll still be windows.
Yeah.
And you would see this shit.
Exactly. So that's what a lot of these people. But
Well, thanks, Bob the builder.
It's a fun. It's a fun conspiracy though,
yeah.
because you can go around and find evidence
see
of
shit
it everywhere.
like see this
Yeah.
type shit.
Yeah, and then when you get into like the pyramid thing, or you'll see excavations of actual sites that are ancient that got buried under layers of sediment
Right.
over time.
I mean, it does happen.
And yeah, it happens all the time, and people know that's Tartar. They're the ones who
Oh,
built
shit.
all this. So like these people get into the point where like we didn't build the Capitol; it was already there. Because they say we can't build buildings like that anymore.
What?
So
For real?
yeah, yeah, which we can't because it's too expensive. We
Right.
just would never
Would
build
do
a
that
building
again,
like
yeah.
that. But
What would be the point?
right, there's no, like it would be prohibitive. It would cost $1 trillion to build the Capitol building now. So it'll never be built like that
Damn,
again.
I think I should probably visit that place sometime.
yeah, it's massive. It's marble and stone and
I mean, I've been to D.C., but I never did the whole tour of that.
everything down there is beautiful. And none of it'll ever be built like that ever again. There's no way to do it now.
Unless you get a shovel and you start digging and getting out your castle, bro.
Yeah, we're not quarrying
Yeah.
giant pieces of marble anymore to build buildings out of. We make
Right.
countertops out of it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't use it to build giant buildings.
Yeah,
it's
that
just
is crazy
It's
to
so
think about that,
expensive
yeah.
to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, a countertop's so expensive. I couldn't imagine coating a whole building in that shit.
Yeah.
The building's
Yeah.
it. It's crazy.
So yeah, they'll look at the Capitol, and now there's pictures of when the Capitol was renovated. They dug the foundation out, so you can see there's like 8 stories below the ground.
Oh,
so
shit.
when people look at those pictures, they go, "Look, that's the real building," not realizing that that's the foundation. It's all basement levels. That's
Right.
where like they hide out if something if there was a air raid,
bunkers and
they'd
all that shit,
They'd all
right.
run down there, and that's where they would hide out.
So you think that's what happened with the pyramids? That like the sand rose, maybe that the actual ground level was exposed back in the day. It's not anymore, and then that's where you get the sub levels for the pyramids.
the pyramids.
Well, which pyramids? You're not talking about the Great Pyramid. You're talking about like in South
any
America.
of them.
Yeah, I mean, of course, anything that's thousands of years old has sediment around it, unless it's been kept away for some reason. Like the Sphinx on the
all
Giza
the water
Plateau
erosion and shit.
was only the head was sticking out like 200 years ago. We excavated that whole body out of there.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't visible before. And if we left it alone, the sand would all blow back into that pit and re-submerge it again. Yeah.
Where are they? Where's the Sphinx?
Egypt.
Egypt, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the Sphinx is next to the 3
Australia.
Great
The
Pyramids.
pyramids, right.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So,
I always wanted to go there.
it would be awesome to go there.
Fucking
But
great.
there's like
too-
scammers there.
Yeah, it's too risky.
You ever seen that?
It's too risky. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like,
I'll watch it on that
the
for
dudes are
hours.
like, "Oh, let me help you with your bag." You're like, "Nah, man, get out of here.
Get the fuck out of
Beat
here.
it."
No, I'm going to help you. Now you pay me.
Yeah. They're like, "No, I'm going to help you." Or,
Yeah, right.
no, I'm going to help you. Like, get out of here, dude. But so anyway, you get into that. Like, so these people are convinced that we just not only can't we build them now, which is not true. We could build them now technically,
But for what,
but we
what
would,
purpose?
Yeah, there's. I mean, beauty.
right.
That would be the reason, not functionality, because
Right.
now we can build things with giant open spaces, whereas those old buildings have like little rooms in them.
right.
So we just wouldn't practically do that now. But material-wise, we wouldn't do it just out of expense.
Right.
And I mean, it's government dollars too, so they would have to justify it,
right?
Build something
Like
that.
the Washington Monument took like 50 years to be completed because the government back then, people actually like didn't let the government spend nonsense money. So it had to have like fundraisers and things to get that thing completed.
Let's go back to them days.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was a time where the government was much more scared of the people than it is now.
Oh, yeah.
Now they just do whatever the hell they want.
Let's start the lava revolution. I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take it back. Let's tell them to stop spending money. Stop sending it overseas. You know, I'm tired of living broke, basically.
Yeah, what do you think? You're going to get some
You're broke because
money?
of that?
Well, if I'm the leader, I'm going to siphon off a little bit.
And it starts all over
Ricky
again.
just wants to be an oligarch.
Hey, this supposed to be a part of the team. Yeah. Can you let him in already? Like, what the fuck?
I'm going to build myself a monument made of stone and marble.
You wouldn't have that shit, wouldn't you? If you were rich, you would have some silly shit like that.
Oh, if I were rich, like endless money,
Yeah.
I'd make a statue of myself. Yeah, who wouldn't do that?
I wouldn't.
Outright your house, like your own little Rocky statue of you.
I don't know. It's creepy.
Yeah, like
Real weird.
T.O. used to have a bust of himself in his
Yeah.
lobby of his house. He would walk in every day, just see himself shirtless.
Super weird.
If you had to build a statue of yourself, what would you have it doing? Like, you know, Rocky's got the boxing glove.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be weird. Yeah. It'd be weird to like make a pose for a statue.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, hold still, sir. We got to cash your body. No.
Yeah, like what am I doing?
I feel like
Super fucking
I'd be
weird.
laying in bed watching TV.
Yeah.
I feel like my statue and your statue will probably have a beer in its hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Like just a bar top with two dudes sitting at it.
That's where we always are.
The resale on the house is going to suck.
Yeah.
But fuck it.
So,
All right, they believe in all this shit.
yeah, so the mud, flooded everything and submerged all the buildings. And
we can't see the giants'
we
houses.
just dug them out, and that's
The little pieces we want to call our own.
Yeah. So,
All right.
all right, play clip 3 there.
More clips.
Yeah.
Jeez, clip heavy.
So the mainstream narrative says that they built all of this just to host a fair, a bit like Disneyland. That don't look like no Disneyland to me. They said it wasn't made out of solid brick, it was made out of plastering. That don't look like plastering to me. That looks like stone. 690 acres of land. They said it would take 2 weeks just to walk around and look at every exhibit. 2 weeks! They nicknamed this the White City because of how bright the electric lights shined at night. Don't these buildings look familiar? You see buildings like this all over the world. These buildings were built by the Tartarian Empire, and that's the real reason they knocked them down.
Oh.
Okay. So in that clip, he's talking about World's Fairs. So what would happen when they had a World's Fair is they would build like a temporary little town, and it was all made of plaster. It was a facade. It was like in Hollywood. If you ever been to Universal Studios,
see fake little town built.
That town that Back to the Future's in.
Right.
You can go sit in that square and look at the. And if you open the door, it's all just hollow shit inside there. But it looks like a real
town. Right.
That's what the World's Fair exhibits were.
Okay.
They looked like
real set up towns.
old.
Right.
No, they looked like giant, buildings made, that would have been built 500 years ago. Like the Roman Colosseum.
Okay.
Like they could recreate the Roman Colosseum for one of these things, but it would just be sticks and plaster just stuck together.
This guy's claiming that it's actual buildings.
Exactly, but it's not. He's just claiming it is, but you can go look at all of the architectural plans for all these cities. It's just plywood and sticks, and they throw a coat of stucco on it and make it look like, and then he paint it all white, and it looks like marble, but it's not.
Right.
It's not marble. It just looks like it. Then they would have statues, but you can cast a statue out of plaster. It's easy,
right?
Yeah,
and so they would stick statues on the corners, and basically the whole thing was just a giant fake city that they made. the cool thing about the fair he's talking about, the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, which was also called the Columbian Exposition because it was the 400th anniversary of Columbus discovering America, which he didn't do, but
We know that story.
yeah. But they built a giant city, and it was all white, and it was the first time it was electrified.
Oh, okay.
So it lit up at night.
So it looked even
which
more
was like incredible to the people attending it. Had never seen anything like it before. But it was all just fake. It was a fake facade. But this dude thinks they dug it up, had the World's Fair, and then tore it all down so that we would never know that
Yeah, then why showcase it at all?
Yeah, like,
that
why
makes
show it?
no
Yeah.
sense at all.
Yeah, that guy's always a rocker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's nuts.
And then so the best thing about this conspiracy is there's no racism or anti-Semitism involved in it.
Oh,
Finally.
Other
that
than
one.
calling the people Tartars, which
That's
they
a big
didn't-
one. There it
which
is.
They didn't want to be.
there
Yeah,
it
they
is.
didn't even call them.
But they weren't one race. There was like 20 different countries involved, like countries that we would recognize today.
Right, as their own.
They just labeled the whole thing as Tartar. So there was no like there would have been Asian-looking people there, white, European-looking
In Tartar?
people there. Yeah. So it would have been. It was just a giant region which encompasses all kinds of races and ethnicities and all that. So, other than the Tartar slur, there's no Jews trying to do anything.
Ooh,
here.
hard J on that, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, here
there
he
was
goes.
there was nothing. It was just it's like an innocent conspiracy theory that has no maliciousness to it,
Tartar.
other than we're all idiots and we can't build stuff.
And then
we gotta dig
we
it
can't
up.
hear the word tartar without,
Oh, yeah. Our,
Yeah.
Well,
That's us.
You're like
Yeah.
obsessed with
we're all
that.
in on that. We were all in on that.
Well, you made us laugh. I mean, it came down. We were cracking up, brother.
You gave me a new word for the funny farm. What was it?
For the funny
Mud
part.
house.
No. What is it? The
The imbecile asylum.
imbecile asylum.
Oh, Rick.
So, what do you guys think of this one?
It's
kinda wild.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
You were right.
absolutely.
You were right from the
Yeah,
beginning.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Because I mean, from the stuff you presented, there's no real proof. It's just a bunch of people on TikTok talking about like that this could exist. It's like, I mean, where are the buildings? Where's the history? Where's the hieroglyphics? Something.
Yeah.
Give me something.
yeah, and all of their
Yeah.
evidence is like, well, some of it's just totally ridiculous, but there's other evidence of like imagine. Okay, so they have pictures of Paris in the 1890s, right?
Right.
Now this is first photography. That is when people had to like stand still for 10 minutes. Just to get a picture of themselves.
You move your blur.
So these people are looking at these pictures, and it's like a picture of the Eiffel Tower, right? There's no one in the picture, and they'll go, "Oh, Paris had millions of citizens, and yet no one was around when this picture was taken." That's because they would have cleared the streets, because if people were walking around,
Yeah,
it
it
would have
would've
been a whole
fucked the
bunch
whole
of
thing up.
streaky shit
Shit,
going
right.
on in the picture. So they like made an appointment to take a picture of the Eiffel Tower at the time. Not only that, but like they dug out the Eiffel Tower that wasn't originally there. Like,
Why?
what were the levels of this?
Just why?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That pointless fucking tower. Like, why build more of it?
It's made of wrought iron. It would have rusted. Like it would have
Yeah.
rusted under the dirt for however.
Wasn't
many-
there kind of
So
some
it was
kind
in
of
the mud
conspiracy?
flood.
Yeah.
Like, didn't somebody scrap it or something like that? The Eiffel Tower.
What, the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah, I
No,
heard
a
something
guy
like that.
sold it.
For scrap metal.
Yeah, 3 different times he sold it because it was supposed to be temporary. The Eiffel Tower was for a World's Fair.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and
Paris
they
World
just
Fair,
liked
yeah.
it and kept it.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be temporary. It was supposed to be torn down
Oh,
because
shit.
it was made of wrought iron. It wasn't made to last.
Right.
It should have rusted, but they have to
Well,
paint
they
it.
keep-
They have to keep painting the shit out of it every.
I was
going to
say, well, they keep maintaining this
Yeah.
damn thing.
I'm not doing
It's probably such an expense.
Yeah. You're not getting on that.
No,
Rick?
I'm not getting on that. Nope.
You
It's,
don't wanna
it's meant
see-
to rust the fuck out. I'm like, yeah, let's go to the top. Fuck that.
Why not? Fuck it.
I know, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
This motherfucker, I took him to Statue of Liberty one time. He got right about to her fucking waistline and ran down.
I was like, nah, it's not for me. I don't need
Freaked
that.
the fuck out and ran out of there. I couldn't find him for 3 hours.
Yeah.
No, that's no bullshit.
On the tiny ass little
I was
island.
panicking. I thought he
Yeah.
was gone. I didn't know if he went swimming back to New York or whatever, but gone for 3 hours. That motherfucker took off. And he's over there talking about go to Eiffel Tower to the top.
Yeah.
Fucking imbecile.
Nah, I'm caught. Yeah. There it is.
Dude,
there
remember,
it is.
Remember when Superman saved Lois?
With
when
the elevator?
was
Yeah.
falling, and then he blasted out the top of it.
Yeah. Well, if I could do that, I would have went.
Well, now that I know it's all rusted out, that's not that impressive.
It's not rusted out. It's been standing there for like 150 years.
Well, it's got rust on it. It's iron.
No,
they keep
they got to
painting it.
keep painting it.
Yeah, they keep it going.
Like how often? Is there always somebody on
It's
there
like
painting?
constant painting. Yeah.
Imagine getting that job. Like, no.
And then Superman busts out of it, and you're like,
Yeah.
"You son of a bitch!"
Why is he Italian?
Remember in European Vacation when that dog. European Vacation, they were at the top of the tower, and that girl's beret blew off, and that dog went to chase it, and he jumped off the whole Eiffel Tower. Then he landed in like a puddle of water and lived.
That's Hollywood for you.
That's it.
But no, this was crazy. I didn't know any of this shit. I've never heard of Tartar or any of this. This is new.
Oh, what'd you say it was?
Tartar, right? Is it Tartar?
Tartar.
Tartar.
He's putting a D on it.
I did.
D on
My
it.
man, I thought I had the name.
Call it
Tartar.
It's Tartar, you tard.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's
All right,
enough.
we're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Look it up. Look it up. It's a fun one to look up. It's got. There's a lot of videos about it.
Dude, I didn't
People
even know.
love baking the shit out of this thing, man. They're just making.
I'm definitely
shit
checking
up.
it out after this.
And what's it called? Give it to him one more time.
Well, I'm not.
The Tartarian Empire.
Tartarian
Empire.
Empire. There is no D in there.
No.
None. Mm-mm.
Nope.
My bad, dude. I took a shot in the dark.
All right. We good?
You're lucky
We
I
good?
even remembered it.
Yeah,
It's true.
I think that's it. That's it for this one.
Dealing with an imbecile over here. He's
All right, well, take us out.
broken clocks right twice a day. All right. Well, that's it for us today, and we'll leave you with the. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'll write it. We'll do it live. This fucking thing sucks.
What the fuck?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it for us today. Thanks for listening. We'll leave you with a lick from Josh's new band, the Triceratones, with their original song, I Go Crazy.